The Solana NFT bull market is back, and in this video, I'll be putting you onto my plays when it comes to flipping Solana NFTs in this current market. Before we go any further, the price of Solana is looking extremely healthy, currently at $21, and what previously was at around $10 is now $21, which is pretty insane, and we're still in this bear market for a while. However, the NFT bull market is well and alive, a lot of projects coming out and doing good numbers, and also existing projects from before also delivering and still doing very well. Now, before we go any further and move on to the first project, let me remind you that nothing is financial advice. Please do your own research, and if you're new to the Crypto Alert channel, guys, go ahead and subscribe and click the bell so you do not miss any of our future videos. Now, the first project in this video goes by the name of Danger Valley. Now, the reason I'm actually talking about these guys is because they have been delivering and have been active and have actually run their project throughout the last, ever since they actually started the project, which was one of the first hyped NFT mints in Solana. This dated back really 2021, end of 2021 time, which was obviously a while ago, and they have been delivering ever since. Currently sitting at 4 Solana. This is a project that, they've been through bear markets, they've been through the mud, if that makes sense, and they're still here and alive, sitting above the mint price, well above it actually, and still delivering. Only 263 listed from a total supply of 7,800, and that just speaks for itself. I think they've been delivering. They've got a lot of different things like the Quackpot and a Web3 casino, where they also have revenue share, and I do feel like revenue sharing NFTs are the way to go in the future, as not only will you be paid for holding them, you'll also be able to hold them, not worry too much about them, still earn from them. And when a pump does come with these NFTs, which these come and go, right? You have buying pressure and pumps in different moments, and when they do, you'll be able to sell it for a profit, most likely, depending on where you actually bought in. At the current moment, if you look at the activity, is active, and it has been for the past year or two. So you can see here, if you buy it, there is obviously a chance to sell, and also the rarer NFTs, as you can see here, are still selling for a higher price. For example, this one's selling for 8 Solana just today. And yeah, an NFT project that's been delivering for over a year, and definitely a safe play. Maybe not the most hyped play, but it's a safe play in my opinion, because these guys have been around for so long and have been delivering, and it's at a really cheap price, below $100. Now, the next NFT is Crash Out. Now, I've been talking about these guys ever since they mint. I minted with these guys, and the mint was 0.4 SOL. It rolled all the way up to 20 SOL within, the first 2 days of the mint, and these guys got again a revenue share of 70% of profits created from the crash and coin flip game. There's 999 in supply, which is obviously really low. The floor is currently 6.7 Solana, and the activity is still there. As I mentioned, these guys are still delivering throughout this really bad period in the market. You can see here they're getting sales every day, multiple sales, and just to remind you, these guys, again, out of that gambling meta that came around in Solana earlier this year, later last year, this is one of those projects that survived and is still delivering to this day. I've actually made videos on these guys on the past, and, really, really big believer in these guys that I feel like they've stuck around for probably one of the worst points of the market, and they're still going, and they're not only focusing on Solana, they obviously added a lot of currencies onto the gambling platform, and they are looking to go more universal. I think they've realized that sticking to one ecosystem might not be the best decision, but even then, I'm still a big believer in Solana, and so are these guys, I'm sure, as the whole NFT is based around it. Now, moving on to the next NFT, we're talking about Experiments. Now, this is actually brought to you by the NFT YouTuber Jersey. I'm sure all of you guys know about him, especially if you watch my channel, as he's probably the biggest Solana NFT YouTuber. And yeah, he's been live streaming quite a lot, and this is his project. He's been delivering, he's been working hard on it. 5 Solana, in my opinion, is undervalued. Looking at some other projects that are a higher Solana price, when this has got the following, it's got a really strong community. You're able to buy different NFTs, build factions. I'll highly recommend you to look into it. By the way, also want to remind you that I haven't been paid by anyone in this video to feature them. If I do, I will tell you. But yes, I would definitely recommend you to have a look at the Experiments NFT project. A lot of cool things going around it. A lot of buy pressure. People are actually buying up these NFTs, and there is volume. That's really what's important. Volume and a reason to buy. And I feel like Jersey actually delivering, being the face of it. it's a good reason to actually just look into it for yourself. But again, nothing's financial advice, do your own research. Next NFTs is Lily. Now, this is an expansion of the Lotus brand, aims to become the landing page of the new web, pushing the boundaries through innovative technology, art, and informed community. Now, this is a project, first of all, with amazing art. You can actually PFP this art and people would absolutely rate it. It looks really nice, colorful, and also it has utility. I love utility, and for when it comes to activity, there's a lot of volume. You can see here in the past hour, there has been there's been a lot of sales. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, about 17 sales in the last hour. The next NFT is Elixir Ovals. Now, I do not know much about this NFT, to be honest with you, but it has been popping up all over my Twitter, and also really it's been popping up in the volume charts in Magic Eden. Floss of currently 24 Solana. This has absolutely exploded recently, and you can actually see here in activity, the sales are starting to slow down slightly, but even then, you know, it might be a good play. Again, I do not know much about this, but the art looks really clean. Probably able to profile picture this. It kind of reminds me of OK Biz, but the owl version, but it looks really cool. You'll be able to profile picture this for sure. And again, volume picks up. This is why I like to have these on the side on my watch list. If you see the volume start to pick up, that is when you want to make the purchase and actually flip it. Again, that's my strategy. Do not take that word by word. I don't want you to guys take anything as advice or sort of instructions, if that makes sense. Just do everything by your own accord. Now, the last, I would say, secondary marketplace play before we go to the upcoming NFTs is Fruits. Fruits is currently at 1.95 Solana, only 600 listed at the moment. Now, this is one of those projects that at the moment, it might be quiet. There might not be much activity going on, but this was one of the biggest mints during the bear market that we've had. And it exploded. I'm pretty sure it went up to 7 to 8 Solana. This is, in my opinion, a really undervalued project. Actually, it's below $40 at the moment. And not only that, boys, you'll be able to get this really good NFT with a lot of utility coming up from the looks of it, and a really good community as well. There is, I would say, a cult following with this NFT on Twitter especially. So you'll be able to get into a community for a pretty cheap price here in the Solana ecosystem. And not only that, best time to buy NFTs like these is when there isn't much talk about it, which at the moment, you can see the volume, there isn't much about it. Similar to the Docs NFT, Danger Valley Docs, there isn't much volume at the moment as you might want, which is why I'm saying this is more of a long-term play. And once, they have an announcement, something happens with the NFT, you'll be able to actually reap the rewards of holding on to it and actually make a sale then, hopefully for a higher price. But 1.95 Solana is an extremely undervalued price for this NFT, especially with what they have done and will deliver hopefully in the future. And again, 7,000 supply, less than 10% listed. I think that speaks for itself. Now, this is alpha I found from Jared Soul. He posted on Twitter. He talked about Wolf Capital, Solana's next big utility project. Now, this project at the moment is sitting at 6,800 followers, a first of its kind gamified lending analytics platform, bringing pixel art and appreciation under one roof in an all-star lineup. That sounds extremely interesting, but I want to read you out this thread. So it's founded by Jay Shep. You can see here, he's a public founder. He's been publicly talking about it. He looks to fill a gap in the lending segment of Web3. Below the things you need to know are Utility One, lending aggregator and analytics, which has been a massive factor recently with a lot of NFTs. It's been a massive, I would say, opportunity as well. And Utility 2 is gamified lending system and trade swapping revenue for artists. The Wolf Capital pixel art sneak peeks are some of the most detailed pixel pieces I have seen. Jay Shep, a pixel art himself, has brought on 13 top well-known artists to help design specific traits to the collection, and by the looks of it, they look like NFTs that will actually be valuable, right? It kind of reminds me of Famous Fox sort of thing. Like, the art might not be the best, it might not be the most insane, but this is what the NFT was all about. It's pixelated, cool art. That's how it all started, and kind of takes me back to those roots. You can see here, announced artists are right here. Some pretty big names in the space when it comes to NFT art, and they all are on board. Utility One is lending, aggregating analytics. Using this data, Wolf Capital's platform will be able to produce never before seen loan analytics. This will be available before mint, ensuring you will know what to expect, which in my opinion is what sells it for me. You'll be able to actually use and see the utility that they are promising before the mint, which in my opinion is going to be massive, as you obviously have proof that they are actually working on this project and it's not all bluff. Now, that being said, this is another project I found. Now, the hype for it is there, the organic following, people with the communities actually joining up looking at this project is there, the word is out there. But the utility I do not know much about. They pretty much talk about on how they want to spread wealth across the seas of Solana. With that being said, we don't know much about it, but I thought I'd include it as it might end up being a good play. I like the look of it, strong community, and a lot of people are after this project. So with that being said, that brings me to the end of this video. If you want to stay updated on the latest on the Solana and Ethereum NFTs, and also altcoins, because I've been making a lot of videos on crypto, subscribe and hit the bell. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.